morning everyone, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to film another get ready with me today. I'm just going to be running some errands. I have an appointment to get to. I'm going to start with my primer spray. This is the Scandinavia primer spray. So what are you guys up to today? Like I said, I have an appointment. I'm going to go for my massage today. I go every 2 weeks. And as a nurse, it's been like such a blessing for me getting these massages. I'm going to use the CC matte version, the CC cream, the matte version. I really like this. I started off with the sample that I got from Sephora, and then I really loved it and ended up getting this off of QVC. And it actually came with one of their IT brushes, so I'm going to use that today. Normally I would use my sponge, but this brush is actually really nice and I like it. I use the shade Fair. So as I was saying about my massages, about 2 years ago for Mother's Day, I decided I was going to treat myself to a massage, and I found this local lady who like rents an office space, like a room in an office, and she had like a Groupon for you know, buy one get one free. So I bought myself one, but you know, it was 2 massages for the price of one. And went for my massage, and I never stopped going. So for about 1.5 years, I was going monthly to these massages. And then after like 1.5 years, I started really needing more finger massages. Like the last week and a half sometimes, waiting for my next appointment, you know, I was just dying. Like I was really needing another massage. So I started going every 2 weeks. Now, a lot of times, several times a year, the lady that I go to, she'll have these buy one, get one free, and you can buy as many as you want. So usually whenever she has one, I'll just buy, you know, several, and then that kind of counterbalances the cost of going, you know, every 2 weeks. But as a nurse, like my body just gets so run down, and I really need these massages. They're like the best thing I've ever done for myself. I really love them. Okay, so for concealer, first I'm going to use the LA Girl, the Pro Conceal, the Peach Corrector. I'm really enjoying this. It really just helps get rid of my, oh, that needs to be shaken up a little better. It really just helps get rid of my purple circles. I have really purple under eyes, especially because I have fair skin, so they're a lot more noticeable. Oh, this doesn't want to come out. Okay, there we go. So other than getting my massage, I don't really have anything exciting planned. I don't know, maybe run to Kohl's. I have a coupon. I need to go to the grocery store. My kids are, you know, eating me out of house and home. I gotta go pick up, you know, some groceries. No, nothing really exciting planned. I got this new, let me show you, this really cute sweater. It's like a poncho sweater. Lip Gloss Leslie did a Amazon clothing haul, and one of the things that she hauled was this sweater. It's like a poncho sweater, and it's really cute. So I ended up getting the same color and everything that she showed. And the day it came in the mail, it was like 85 degrees, and I was bummed because I thought, you know, winter's pretty much over here in Florida. But then today it's like 40 degrees out with, you know, a heavy wind chill factor. So I don't know, the last couple years, Florida has been really confused with the weather, and it's hot one day, it's cold the next day. When I get out of work in the morning, it's like 40 degrees out and freezing. I don't love the hot weather, but I really hate the cold weather. So it's like, I don't know. I guess I'm never happy. Oh, so the concealer I was using was the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. This concealer is definitely too light for me. I don't really like a brightening effect under my eyes. I prefer just to have like, you know, skin, you know, my skin tone. This one is in the shade C1, but it's definitely way too light. But it's a really nice concealer. I really like this concealer, the coverage, the texture. I really, really like this. It's probably my favorite concealer at the moment. Oh, I forgot to bring my concealer brush. Okay, I'll just use my sponge. I've already repurchased this in the shade C2, and I think that'll be like my perfect match. But I'm gonna continue to use this one because it is, you know, why waste it? And it's, you know, a really nice concealer. So normally I would use my little pinpoint concealer brush, but I forgot to grab that. I'll just use my sponge. So my skin is actually getting back to normal. I was having massive breakouts from, you know, products that I was using that, you know, had hidden ingredients in them that I didn't realize that were breaking me out, and it took me a long time to figure out what was breaking me out. And then I use sulfur for my acne treatment, which is amazing for acne, but if you're not careful, it's really drying and it like makes the skin really red. And so when I get really bad acne, I tend to go overboard with the treatment. And so my whole face, like all down here, is just like red and inflamed and just irritated. It was a mess, but now my skin seems to be getting back to normal, so happy about that. Okay, I'm going to use, for my setting powder, Wet n Wild, for under the eyes, Wet n Wild Photo Focus. I use this under my eyes, and then I'm using my Everyday Minerals brush. I really like this stuff. It's like really soft and doesn't, you know, gets rid of all the creasing. It's really nice, and it looks nice and luminous. My under eyes and like my eyelids have been really, really dry lately, and I'm trying to counterbalance that. I think it's just all the crazy weather here is just making my skin go crazy. It's a mess. And then for my whole face, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me. This is in the translucent, so 100 translucent. I really like this. It's perfect for setting my face. And then also, if I have any like specific blemishes that need extra coverage, I will use this. So even though this is translucent, it does provide me with coverage, and it's like perfect for setting, you know, like if I have to pinpoint my concealer, this is perfect for me. I love it. And this brush is a really nice brush. Typically don't like using brushes for like my foundation, but this brush is really nice. I don't see any dryness or any streaking when I use this brush. I usually will use this brush whenever I use the foundation. I think they're really nice together. If I have a more heavy foundation, I definitely would not use a brush at all. I would only ever use my like my wet sponge to just kind of, you know, soften the look. But this CC cream has just like the perfect finish, and this brush is just really nice with it. Okay, so for bronzer, I'm going to use, I have this Hoola Benefit sample that I got from Sephora. These samples are such a generous size. Like, I'm never gonna finish this, you know, the different bronzers that I have. I'm gonna use my Aesthetica brush. I got this in a BoxyCharm. But this is like just a nice color for me. I really like it. And this brush is nice and fluffy. I like this too. BoxyCharm always sends, you know, brushes, and they send a lot of really nice brushes. I've actually replaced a lot of my brushes over the last couple of years with BoxyCharm brushes. I mean, BoxyCharm in general just sends a lot of amazing products that I've come to love over the years. Some of the products are hit and miss, but for the price, there's always at least one really good item in the box that makes the whole box worth it. The box is like $22 in Florida. You have to pay taxes now for online purchases. And so for the Florida taxes makes my box about $22. And then Boxy Luxe is every third month, and that one's about $50 with they charge you for your boxy charm, and then they charge an additional $29.99, and that makes a box like $50. And that one is definitely worth the $50, I feel. Okay, so next I'm going to use my blush. I'm going to use the Laura Geller Baked Blush. This is in Tropic Hues. And this is another boxy charm purchase. This is just a really beautiful, like a pinky rose shade with like some peach in there. It's really pretty. And the brush I'm going to use is a crown brush from a boxy charm. Oh, that was a little too much. Just gonna blend that in a little bit with my foundation brush, just to kind of blend it in. Okay, so then for highlight, oh, I completely forgot to use my primer. I was gonna use this e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Let me just show you guys. It's so interesting. It's a putty, but it's like, the texture is just so interesting. I really like this. It makes my skin really smooth. It's got a nice texture. It keeps me matte, but like a healthy matte. I actually spent so long trying to get a hold of this. It was out of stock online. None of the stores had it. And then, you know, I was going to like all the CVS's trying to find it. And then one day I found it at CVS, and I got it home. I was so excited. The next day I went to use it, and I was so confused. It was like a balm. And I was like, I thought this was supposed to be a putty. And then it turns out that they actually make a balm, and I had accidentally bought the balm instead of the putty. And I didn't like the balm. It was terrible. And then a couple weeks ago, I found this at Ulta. They had one sitting on the shelf, and I snatched it up. I was really happy. But I really like this. I don't have the Tatcha that it's supposed to be a dupe for, but I do really, really like this. I think it's a great product. If you can manage to get a hold of it, I would definitely get a hold of it. I would definitely purchase it. And then for my highlighter, I'm going to use the JCat Triple Crown Baked Eyeshadow. I saw on a YouTube video a while back that this makes a really good highlighter, and I think it does. It's really nice. So I'm just gonna go in with my little sponge to all three colors, and then just put that on the high points of my cheekbone. And then I like to just really push it in with my sponge. Oh, that noise in the background is my dog drinking his water. He's a big dog, so when he drinks, he makes a lot of noise. Okay, so see that nice soft glow? Really pretty, really like that. Okay, so then I'm going to set my face with the Scandinavia finishing spray. I'm gonna use my little thing that I fill my face with. So I was actually really curious about, because I use the Scandinavia primer and the finishing spray, and I was curious, like, are they actually the same thing, like the same products? And they do have a lot of the same ingredients, but some of them are slightly different. So I continue to purchase them both. I don't know that you really need them both. You could probably just use one, you know, as your primer and your finishing spray. But whenever I purchase from the website, they have several times a year, they'll have a sale. I think I mentioned this before, but they'll have a sale where it's like 25% off the full size. And then whenever you buy the full size, they'll send you whatever you choose, the primer, the finishing spray, whatever. And then they'll send you the samples, the travel size of each. And then you also get free shipping. So, you know, they send these to me anyway, so I just use them both. Okay, so for my eyes, I'm going to, I'm still testing out this Revolution Aqua Seal Liquid Eye Primer. I don't think I like it. The first couple times I used it, I had really bad creasing. But at the time, I was also testing out a new eyeshadow palette, and I know you probably shouldn't test out, you know, a new palette and a new primer at the same time, but whatever, I did. And so, you know, I had a lot of creasing, and at first I wasn't sure if it was, you know, the primer or if it was the eyeshadow. And to be honest, I still don't really know because I haven't retested the palette yet. But I have a feeling that it's this, because like I said, I've used it on a couple palettes. Actually, my first Get Ready With Me, when I used the my Tarte palette, which I've used many times, that ended up creasing very badly. And that usually doesn't crease on me the way that it did. So I don't know, I'm gonna try this a couple more times, see if, you know, I can get it to work differently. Maybe I'll set my eyes this time. I normally would not set my primer. I prefer to just, you know, go straight with my eyeshadow straight onto the primer. But maybe I'll set it today and see if that, you know, helps make a difference. Because, you know, some primers work differently than others. So I want to give it the, you know, full benefit of the doubt. And let's see. Okay. So I'm just going, you know, like I said, I'm going for my massage today, so I don't want anything crazy. I know last time I did more of like a soft neutral look too, but you know, that's how we're gonna go today too. I bought this new palette, BH Cosmetics Love in London. It's a 16 shadow palette. I got it at Ulta, and I thought it was really cute. Let me see. Can you see the, I don't know if you can, ooh, sorry. Can you see that? It's like a nice cool tone palette. I hadn't seen any reviews on this before I bought it, but you know, it was only, how much was this? I think it was like $15 maybe, and then I had, you know, coupon, and you know, I've used it once before and I like it. BH Cosmetics shadows I think are pretty nice. I'm gonna go with, I think I'll go with Cheers today. Oops, keep seeing in the mirror. I'm gonna go with Cheers today. It's just like a nice neutral tan color. And just put that all over the eyelid too afterwards. After I do it in the crease, I just kind of drag whatever's left and just kind of bring it down on the whole eye. So I just got done filming a couple days ago a Get to Know Me tag. That one should probably go up before this. I film in advance just so that I always have something, you know, filmed in case something goes wrong. I, you know, can't film or whatever. And I try to upload them in the order that I filmed them, because sometimes I'll mention something in a video from the past video. So I want to upload them in order. So I just did the the Get to Know Me tag, so that should be up before this. But let me know some other fun videos that you guys want to see. I think I will do, let's see what I want to do next. Maybe, this is a pretty color, maybe Piccadilly. Actually, let me do my eyelid color first. I think I'm going to go in with what looks nice. I think this color Palace right here looks really nice. Can you see that? It's like a soft taupey color. I'm going to use my finger. I like to use my finger for most of my shimmer shadows. Oh, I forgot to bring my baby wipe so I could clean my fingers. Oh well. Guess I'm not that prepared today. Forgot to use my primer, forgot to bring my shadow, forgot to bring my concealer brush. I was trying to prepare things while my son was getting ready for school. And then, you know, so as soon as he left, I could just film the video and then head to my appointment. But I guess in my rush, I forgot to grab some things. Okay. So that's really pretty. It's like a nice soft sheen. Really nice. And then for the outer V, I'm going to go in with this Piccadilly color. I think that's a pretty color. Like a soft, like a rosy brown maybe. I'm going to use my mirror down here. And this brush is BH Cosmetics number 8. I really love this brush for the outer V. It's like the perfect size. It lets me get right up close without going up too high. feels like the perfect size. You know, sometimes I'll have like a brush that's just a little too big, like too fluffy or too big, and then I always end up transferring up higher than I intend to, but this one's like the perfect size. And then the brush that I was using for my crease is just my Sedona Lace. I got this one in a BoxyCharm. This is just my favorite go-to crease brush. It's pretty much the only thing that I ever use. You know, if you have a brush that you love to use and it's your favorite, you know, why bother constantly trying to find something better if, you know, you already have something that's your favorite. And that's actually what I really love about BoxyCharm sending so many brushes, is that I've found so many brushes that I really love. Okay, I think that looks good. What do you think? Okay, for my lower lash line, I'm gonna use, I think I'll just go in with Crumpet. It's just like a darker, cool toned brown. And then I'm actually not gonna wear mascara today because, you know, I'm going for my massage and I'm gonna be face down, you know, on the massage table, and I really don't feel like having mascara smear all over my face. Okay, so that's the completed eye look. For my lips, I'm gonna first just put on my Honey Balm. I got this from the Korean beauty website that I use, that I love. I've shopped there 3 or 4 times at this point, and pretty much everything I've ever gotten from Korean beauty I've loved. Some of the tools are not my favorite, like the under eye sponge that I got. It was like a pack of 3. I like them. And then I got a face sponge, and when I compare the face sponge was just horrible. It was hard as a rock. I only used it like 2 or 3 times and then I had to throw it out. But the eye sponges compared to the face sponge are like way, way better. This is just my Ulta eye sponge. They come in like a pack of 3 and I just bought a new pack. Okay, so anyway, so I put my lip balm on, and then I'm just going to use, this is Makeup Revolution in the color Looking Ahead. Oh, you know, this will match that eye color that I put in the outer V. So that's a nice match. And there you go. This Makeup Revolution lipstick is really nice. It's really creamy. It's pigmented. The color is beautiful. Looking Ahead. It's the one that has, it's like, you know, it's like a bullet, but it's the one that has the rose gold on it. I really need to look into getting a couple more of these because this is like really nice. Okay, so that's the finished look. Nothing too crazy because, you know, I'm just going out for a couple errands. Thank you guys for watching. Leave any comments below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.